Hey there, everybody. Back at it. Justin here, aka Tank. In the Minecraft build after, I guess what you would maybe call a little bit of a rage quit situation last week. Had some frustrations going on with this little thing right here. This is the Monorail station, of course, at the Magic Kingdom here in the Disney World build. And I think I finally may have learned my lesson. I probably should have learned a while ago when we were building the Rocket Tower Plaza over here. Probably should have learned that most of the stuff that I'm gonna build needs to be on a straight path, or I guess built straight, not straightly. Straightly is not a word, but built straight. So these pathways, obviously, they're branching out from the hub are, of course, need to be at angles. But I think once we're into real building, stuff's going to be at. I don't want to be trying to build like Space Mountain on an angle, or trying to build like the Jungle Cruise on weird angles and stuff like that. It's just going to be way too much of a headache. And so, like I said, hopefully lesson learned by now. And you can start doing this a little better. Just thinking through it. I don't think there'll be any major like spacing issues rather, I guess I should say, from building stuff like this in this manner. But one moment, there we go. But anyway, enough rambling. Plans to work on this some today. This monorail station. I'd like to finish up the train station, or at least get some good work done on it. And then we can go from there. So this interior is basically all brick, with the exception of the, or it's going to be essentially all brick for Minecraft, with the exception of this outer layer that I've already made here. So what I can do, and then I'll just knock out the parts for the monorail beam later on. So yeah, a little bit of frustration from this build last time. I just kind of, again, calling it a rage quit's probably appropriate. But yeah, I was trying to build this monorail station on the angle, and I was having trouble with these walkways, and I was having to do stuff and redo stuff, and I just got frustrated. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. So what I will at least do is put where the beam will, I imagine where the beam will be. I imagine it'll be in the middle of each of these sections. And then, actually, quartz. I want to see how the block of bone looks. Pillar quartz. What does the chiseled quartz look like? No, I don't like that pattern. Alright, bone. No, snow won't help. It's not curiosity. Would snow just melt? If I ever get to water parks, that might be important. If. It's a hell of an if right there. Where is Bone? I don't know where Bone is. I think it should have been that first screen. Yeah, it's gotta be in the building blocks. Quartz, iron, chisel quartz, pillar quartz. Did they get rid of it? Did they get rid of Bone? There it is. Bone block. No, iron is. So this is your monorail beam essentially. Build it out a little ways just so it's clear. Again, this is 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I can do this. And I'll build it out a little bit. And then now the question is, do I like that? Do I like that better? I almost like having the outline be the off-white. Because the monorail beam is not like... It's essentially like stone. It's fairly contiguous as I'm looking at pictures. Heck, I could almost use like regular stone for it. But if I do like this... And then I put the quartz in for the monorail. I mean, that's quibbling, but I feel like that's better. I like that better, actually. All right. Come on. Alright, this won't take me long to redo these outlines. Frankly, you can barely tell without there being significant light. Let's just do this a little bit at a time to... I mean, you can tell in the light pretty obviously, but over here where it's darker, it's a little harder to tell. Like here, you can't really, you can barely tell here. I mean, it's a little, when you're really close to it, I guess it's somewhat obvious, but like from a distance, without a lot of light, it blends together fairly well, but that's fine. All right. So I'll kind of redo the little bit of news I talked about in the last stream, but Pandora: The World of Avatar is going through soft openings right now. I know there have been some media events, cast member preview. Well, actually, I don't know if there have been cast member previews offhand. I think there have been, but I will admit I don't know that for certain. But the word is it is immensely beautiful. Incredibly well themed, which I think is not a great surprise. Incredibly immersive. Sounds like all the effect type stuff works very well. Not pretty well. I'd say works very well from what I hear. Oh yes, this is almost got worried for a second. All right, and this will be I'm hearing generally good things about the rides. The river journey, I guess, was maybe getting a little bit of criticism about it being like what they call a screens only ride, with the exception of the one animatronic of the Na'vi at the end. Which, I mean, have you seen any of the promotional stuff during Disney Parks branded shows and the like? You've seen that audio animatronic figure of the Na'vi shaman, I guess he's supposed to be, and it does look absolutely amazing. But I guess the word is that ride is just basically that, and then screens for the rest of it, which has been a criticism of the Universal Park down there in Orlando for a while. A number of their recent rides have been all fairly similar in that setup, I guess. With and I'm not quite sure what they are. I think it's like a Fast and Furious based ride. This new race through New York with Jimmy Fallon. It's just basically, like you're in some kind of dynamic vehicle, but there's no like live set pieces. And by live set pieces, I mean sets and so forth, those kinds of things. It's all just projections on screens is all you're seeing. I think so. I think they have the two I mentioned. I think there's maybe like a third one as well. I want to say maybe the Transformers ride is relatively new from the last few years. Oh. That might be the third one. And so Universal's gotten a little bit of flack for that. That's kind of all they're doing in terms of a ride. So, but the boat ride is apparently a similar kind of thing. I also think maybe people were hoping for like Na'vi Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe, and they didn't quite get that, obviously. So, but still, again, that the word is the Na'vi audio animatronic is amazing. I believe I'm hearing good things about the other ride too, the Flights of Passage. But I don't know. And I guess the big hook of this land is going to be the immersion. I get the environment is reportedly stunning because there's floating mountains, all kinds of nighttime like bioluminescent kind of things. plant bioluminescent plants. So it's going to be there's going to be a nice amount of repeatability this in this land. And I guess there's going to be some immersive experiences as well with characters in the land on the pathways. I was going to say on the streets, I guess for lack of a better term that works, but so kind of like, advanced streetmosphere type stuff. And it sounds like that's going to be a big hallmark of lands going forward, at least as long as Disney's willing to pay for the labor, because obviously having people portray characters can be pricey, and we'll see how Disney responds to that. I know, like, the streetmosphere you've seen in some of the parks is most notably Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom. There have been pretty significant cuts over the last 5 years, roughly, in those departments. So, to say nothing of, like, the closing of, like, Pleasure Island, which had comedians, all of the Adventurers Club, actors, improvers, whatever you want to call them, those cast members. Most of them got relocated. I imagine some of them have probably been let go by this point, because it's been, nearly a decade. So I'm sure someone moved on at this point, but there's not necessarily been the greatest investment by Disney and that kind of stuff, because it doesn't make you money. It just kind of clogs up your roadways, your there I did again, your walkways. Just kind of clogs them all up while you're needing they're not going into a shop, they're not going to a ride where they end up in the gift shop afterwards. So I'm sure there's always a question about the value of streetmosphere, but that feels like it's going to be a big thing for them going forward in this Pandora Land, and then in the upcoming, certainly Star Wars Land. I don't know about the Pixar Toy Story Land, but certainly be a big deal in some of these lands going forward. So we'll see how Disney deals with it. Alright, so we got the floor of the Monorail station pretty well done here. I need to fence this off. And then start building the overarching roof structure, which again, I need to find some photos. I have the Monorail station Google search already booted up on my iPad here, so I can if it follows some of the stuff I've seen. It's essentially an external structure, so I don't need to build it into the existing fence post I have. I'm just saying if it follows kind of like this area here, because I saw this, and essentially you have the walkway, not the walkways, the railings. That's what they're called. The railings along these walkways, and then the roof covering was above that, essentially. Or I'm sorry, not above, outside it, essentially. No, that's not what I wanted. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. Oh, I don't want that there. That's fine. That works without giving me too much of a heart attack. Or heartburn. Not heart attack. Heart attack. Not a heart attack. That's a terrible thing to say. All right. Oh, I don't like that at all. That's not good. Would I be bear surf putting it here? No, not there. Could I be bear surf putting it here? I could live with that because this one's already. Yeah, but I can't quite do it like that, can I? That's not a bad idea though. What I was trying to do. Can I do something like this? No, this isn't working. All right, I got sidetracked. I want to finish up this this flooring anyway. Then I'll figure out how to make a freaking sign. But so yeah, generally good things about Avatar, Pandora, whatever you want to call it. Call Pandora the world of Avatar. I'll probably end up calling it Avatar Land a lot, or just Pandora. I'm not gonna do the marketing name. I've seen signs that only say Pandora on them, so you know. It's obviously not that big of a deal to them if there are in-park signs that say just Pandora. And then there's food areas as well that I think have generally gotten decent reviews. Though they can always be hit and miss. Actually, I think I've heard some mixed reviews, to be honest, but let's call that jury still out, yeah? I will leave a gap. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to build, let's say fake monorails, for lack of a better term. Maybe if I get frisky after a while, and it can be a much later kind of a thing. A much later decision. Where's I need to find this. At least mark it off before I. Is it 5? Looks like 5. Yeah, pretty sure it's 5, so. Crap. Did I get that right? Yes. Okay. No good. The creepy hypnotic music stopped for a minute. I wish I could like loop Disney music into this. Um, but I spoke too soon anyway. But I don't want to have to deal with all the headaches from copyright and the like, so generic, not generic, but Minecraft music it is. In-game music it is. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and make all this because I need to. I'm gonna need to cover this up. I'm not gonna leave like open air steps and legs. I don't think that's what it looks like in the real thing. That's not a picture that helps me. Yeah, it looks like it's covered. The size of the ramp set is, and then they just kind of put you know, shrubbery and whatnot on either side. Well, not on either side, but on the one side to essentially cover it up. So here's going to be the issue. I've now made this all bone. All right, so basically, where the bricks start is going to be all bone. I think that's a fair way to do it. So basically, wherever we have the red, or the pink blocks, we switch over to the quartz, and then whenever we have the we jump to brick. So like this will need to be changed as well. Cool, that works actually. I'm okay with that. All right. Trying to think what other news there is. Sorry, folks, I'm not chatting too much. I'm concentrating on counting and whatnot. Is this the same? Yeah. I know, it just looks weird. It looks different than this this bone here. New fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, which I've heard lots of good stuff about. Big crowds for the end of Wishes, of course. It might be pushing 2 weeks now on that. But I mean, it's pretty hard to screw up a Magic Kingdom fireworks show, right? All right. I care less about how great this looks because again, it'll be covered by shrubbery, I expect. Not gonna worry about the inside for now. Wow. Cool. Do need to do this inside though. Alright. All right. Okay, let me get this other side figured out here. All right. Yes, it actually works. And this is... Well, this almost looks like something. It's a minor miracle. I'm gonna have to get this figured out. Again, sorry folks, I'm just kind of trying to figure out 1, 2, 3. So 10, counting the initial post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I guess that is only 4 wide? So I guess we're trying to do that on the run. Is this only 4 wide? This is only 4 wide. Okay. So step down, then 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So this one won't count. This is just for 7. $11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop. All right. One, two. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not not concentrating super hard on this right now. Is it 7? 1, 2. I went and saw the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. That was whenever the hell that was. Uh-oh. Really enjoyed it. Right, yeah. Oh, what do I need to do over here? I think it was TBA, right? Alright. Well, folks, once again, I'm actually happy. That's actually like real. I feel good about this for once. Certainly after last week, did not so much feel that way, but I feel much better now. A lot of progress, it feels like, already. So, and I'm just kind of tapped out from a couple days of work and barely sleeping and all that. So I'm gonna call it. I'd like to do a whole lot more tomorrow. It's gonna be around the same time, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night Eastern time. And we'll probably do more of this. Maybe play a little bit of Skyrim if depending on how I'm feeling and how things are going and how long I go. That'll all play into it. So, but yeah, thanks for checking me out, everybody, and I will see you later on. Have a good night.